While most of us have been looking at the likes of Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Trayvon Walker, those upper tier guys to come in and help kind of fill the void left by Aiden Hutchinson, there's a few guys that we have yet to talk about. Now, I think that Harold Landry falls in that upper tier category, the kind of expensive tier, not only from a financial perspective, but also a trade capital perspective as well. I had not gotten around to this guy, but now we're going to talk about him. According to Bleacher Report, the Detroit Lions have interest in New England pass rusher, linebacker Josh Uche. Now, here's the thing. Him and Aiden Hutchinson were on the same team back at their Michigan Wolverine days. When we break this down, this move here has Brad Holmes written all over it. It really, truly does. We're going to break down why in a second, but let's look at this article coming from ESPN Plus. This is Jeremy Fowler said, the Lions are doing their due diligence on pass rush market, looking for help replacing Aiden Hutchinson. For their matchup this week against Minnesota, they will roll with James Houston, Josh Pascal, and new addition Isaiah Thomas off the edge. Well, that's incorrect, Jeremy, because Isaiah Thomas, it will probably not play according to Dan Campbell. But Detroit has checked on the Hassan Reddick situation. Browns defensive end Zadarius Smith could also be a name to watch here. And teams have interest in Pat's sub-rusher Joshua Uche too. While Reddick wants a new contract, here's the deal. Here's the key. Uche and Smith are low base salaries this year. Smith at 1.2 and Uche at 1.3, which makes them quite tradable. Now, we've been talking about potentially like a double move, where a 2-for-1 type deal that the Detroit Lions could make. So instead of going quote unquote all in with the Max Crosby, a Myles Garrett, a Trayvon Walker, that we don't go all in, right? Now, there's some intrigue to this. There's definitely some intrigue to this, and this has Brad Holmes written all over it. We're going to discuss that in a second. Here is Uche Stats, drafted in the second round of the 2020 NFL Draft, pick 60. Has yet to play an entire year in his career. Has not happened yet. Last year, 15 games. Year before that, 15 games. Year before that, 12. Nah, and I'm not tripping on that. Sacks. Rookie season 1, sophomore season 2, coming off his career high, 11.5. Last year had 3. So far has 2. I'm not looking at the production as much as I'm looking at the salary and the options that the Detroit Lions are going to have here. Check this out. Uche signed in 2020. He is on a 1-year deal. So his rookie contract was 20, 21, 22, 23. He signed in 2024, Uche will earn a base salary of 1.3 and a signing bonus of $1 million and a workout bonus of almost $200,000 while carrying a cap hit of 3 and a dead value of 2.3. This is Lions all written all over it. Now, why would that work for the New England Patriots? The Patriots are going to try to get something for this guy, right? He's on the last year of his deal. Yeah, he is not signed through next year. He's a free agent at the end of this season. So trade deadline hits. He's a free agent. Why not ship him off, get some compensation for him, guaranteed, as opposed to if you let him walk in free agency and you try to wait on a compensatory pick. So you trade him to a team of need for a value pick. You get something for him that you can guarantee. You can kind of dictate the terms of that. And he's cheap. It's written all over it. So now you're talking about, instead of a Max Crosby, you're talking about a Zadarius Smith. This still means that we could go get any number of people. We can still go get that big dog, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, trying to mix those two together. We can still go get a big dog, or we can go get a Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith, I want to say, we looked at this the other day, but I think that he is under contract for next season as well. I think, but I'm not certain about that. So you're talking about Josh Uche, less than $2 million. And that's what he got at the beginning of the year. So now he's already played 5 games. Has it been 5 games that he's already played? He's played 6. So his salary decreases by the number of games. So if he's making, what did it say? 1.3 million. He is making less than $1 million a game. That's like 800,000, somewhere around there. So if you do Lions trade for him at the trade deadline, we have 10 games left, and that's under $1 million. His whole salary was $1.3 million. So he signed a 1-year deal. So we can trade this guy away for maybe, I think we have, how many picks? We looked at it last night. How many picks do we have in the later rounds? NFL draft order. Let's see. We just looked at this yesterday, and unfortunately, I don't remember. All right, so we could trade Josh Uche for the pick that we got from Tampa Bay for Carlton Davis. I would give him 165. The issue is he's a free agent next year, so that's where it comes in. So maybe the Lions could give them one of our 7th round pick. And you know what? At this point, throw in James Houston. I'm throwing me in. I will give you because he can walk in free agency. I will give you one of our 7th round picks, and if you insist, I'll throw in James Houston. He's a much, much better pass rusher than James Houston. And he is a linebacker role. So when we talk about, well, he doesn't fit the scheme and yada, yada, the Detroit Lions are desperate right now. And Uche is a dude that can get to the quarterback. He does not put his hand in the dirt. That's not who he is. He is a stand up. So he's James Houston too. You'll see James put his hand in the dirt, which is like, dude, what are you doing? You're not big enough for that, bro. So we'll see. But this thing got interesting. And like I told you guys before, I'm not tripping. Whether it's Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, whatever. Those days, my tripping days are over. Brad has one job, win us a Super Bowl. And I'm counting on him to do it. That's it. So get it done. Get it by any means necessary. Get it done. So that's where I'm at. That's everybody's like, oh, how does it feel if we don't do this or that? I'm last year was it for me. And no, I'm not giving up and sinking it. I'm not doing, it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you to be, we are fans. We invest in this football team, and emotionally it takes a lot out of you. And sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to get his team that type of emotion for that one thing anymore. It is what it is. Brad knows what he has to do. He knows what he has to do. So do it. That's it. So let me know, man. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. If we got a guy like Josh Uche, there's somebody else. Okay, so let's entertain this real quick. Zadarius Smith is over 30. How would you guys feel? Uche is 26, so he couldn't at an early round. But my thing is he gets to walk. So what if we did this? What if we did this? Any one of these scenarios. What if we gave one of our 7th round picks to the New England Patriots for Josh Uche and James Houston, or let's say they take that deal. They take one of these. So we give them pick whatever this earlier pick is because the season's not over. What if for Zadarius Smith, because I think Zadarius is under contract for next year, what if we gave them a higher pick even though he's older? We gave him a higher pick. Because, see, I think Josh's value is lower because he gets to walk. So he doesn't have to be a Detroit Lion next year. He is essentially going to be a loner. So what if we give them a 6th round pick, a 5th round pick, or a 6th round pick in James Houston? How would you feel? That would leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4. We still would have 5 or 6 picks heading into the NFL draft. And don't forget, we've built through the draft. We've built enough through the draft. And Brad Holmes went into 2021 with 5 draft picks. He flipped those to 7. And out of those 7, all 7 of those guys are still on our team. Just something to think about. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What you think about Josh Uche potentially being traded to the Detroit Lions? I am perfectly fine with it. Whatever they do, I'm fine with it. Just get it done. Get this Super Bowl. Get us there. For me, there is nothing less than a Super Bowl. Appearing in one. I can take. It'll break my heart. But if we get there and lose, that's progression. And then now you're saying you don't progress again until you win the thing. That's all I care. I don't care anymore. I don't care about what we have, how we get there. Brad, I'm overall. I keep saying all of that stuff because y'all don't understand how long I've been waiting for this, for us to have a capable pass rush, and we do not have that, and that is 100% Brad Holmes' fault. I'm tired of arguing about it. I'm tired of being a broken record. He needs to get this done. And I'll just say one last thing. Detroit Lions fans, we got to pump the brakes. All I see is we're talking about Brad Holmes is building for a dynasty. And I know it might seem like I'm not happy about Josh Uche. I'm perfectly fine. Trust me. We're building for a dynasty. We have to win one. Do you know what a dynasty means? 1 Super Bowl is not dynasty. 2 Super Bowls is not dynasty. 2 Super Bowls in 5 years, dynasty. 2 Super Bowl, you can start talking about dynasty. 2 Super Bowls in 10 years, maybe if you win 2 Super Bowls in 10 years and then a third within the next 3, that's like borderline dynasty. I would call it, if you get 2 or more in 5 years, to me, that's a dynasty. That's Lions fans talking about what Brad is building for. We building to how are we talking about dynasty and we haven't even made a Super Bowl? That blows my mind. You just assume that we're building for a dynasty and we haven't even won one. So let's get that first one. Let's win another one in quick succession, and then we can start talking about dynasty. But until then, let's pump the brakes on the dynasty talk. We still trying to get that first one. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I wouldn't mind a double deal here. Give a late round pick for Za'Darius, a late round pick for Josh, and you know what? We good. Josh can walk in free agency. Za'Darius may or may not be on this team. Aiden Hutchinson comes back better than ever. Brad deals with it in the draft, signs a free agent, maybe. I don't know. I'm not mad at this. He do it, I'm not mad. Whatever it takes. We like the Avengers, bro. This is like Endgame. Whatever it takes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's going to be my new motto, whatever it takes. I'm over being mad and sad and upset and whatever it takes. You guys are awesome. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.